insurance, it was no cost to them. That service the way you need it.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
They were first, second, third, fourth, fifth all day long. So it just shows the quality of these race teams. And what an incredible event here in Phoenix. Great championship day.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, all the talk, everything's been said so far. I mean, you can't say enough about this young man and his talents and what he does. I think the thing that stands out the most, though, with all his talent, until it took the entire team effort that we every weekend talk about, that it takes everybody on this team to make this happen. And his pit crew did a phenomenal job there of stepping up at the right time. And but this young man is one of the best race drivers we have ever witnessed. I think Jeff Burton said earlier he might be the best driver in the world right now. And I believe that fully. He wins in everything, and it's just so fun to see. He did his job getting down pit road, getting here, and then this pit crew was just spot on right here. And you know, as a driver, that does nothing but give you a little bit more confidence when you're the first off of there. But you know, this is well deserved, hard earned by Kyle Larson, not just today, but this entire year. Over the last year and a half, everything that he has done to get himself back into position to have this great opportunity and then to take advantage of that.
Yeah. Hey, you know, honestly, I don't think it's really that big a deal.
Which part?
No, here's what I'm going to say. And I say that facetiously and jokingly. Listen, you put Kyle Larson in the A main with a 25-lap feature and give him the pole, he's going to take the trophy, baby. And that's what this came down to. It came down to an A main, a 25-lap feature. He started on the pole, and he drove away. And that's what he does. He's been doing it his whole life. But I do not think that Dale Jarrett not sat on this pit box at the Roval, and they came down pit road and changed the battery and put an alternator belt on. That's a team effort. That was a team win. This is a team win. I think we look at Hendrick Motorsports and what they do it as a team. They live as a team. They die as a team. They bleed as a team. And I don't just mean this team. I mean collectively. All those guys back at the shop, everything they do. And it's that man right there. And I said earlier, you know, Kyle Larson has come a long, long way. What happened to him was very public. And this is the greatest, he's the greatest example of forgiveness and redemption right here. He was forgiven for his transgressions, and the redemption comes today. The redemption comes when he holds that trophy up. And so many people take so much more away from this than just a championship.
Yeah, and I think that spoke a lot to everyone, Brad. This is about second chances for Kyle Larson, who was suspended by NASCAR at the end of the year last year. Kyle brings up a great point. He watched this race from Hendrick Motorsports, and I think there is an element of Rick Hendrick taking a chance on him. I mean, Rick funded the majority of this season out of his pocket because he believed that much in Kyle Larson.
No doubt about it, and it's about the maturation of Kyle Larson. As you think back to this time last year and him sitting there having to watch this race, on television, and then you hear him talk about he thought it was just like sand through the hourglass. He thought it was gone. He never thought he'd have this opportunity again. So yeah, and that's what makes our country so great. It is about second chances and opportunity. We all need them. And he's had his, he's taken it and make the most of it, and he's been so impactful to people in his community and his children, and today he's a champion.
And I think the important point in that, DJ, is that Kyle's done the work off the track as well.
That's right.
It wasn't just, hey, take some time, but he did the work off the track.
Yeah, so much. And a lot of it has been documented, and we've seen and heard about a lot of it. And there's so much more that we don't even, that we're not privy to all the information that is there. But this young man has totally changed his thoughts, his ways, and the person that he is. Yes. And I think that speaks as much volume. We knew he was always a great race driver, and in the right situation that he was going to be a champion. But after, what happened last year, we weren't sure if he would get that opportunity. It took a special man, and Rick Hendrick is that special person that has given a lot of people, not just drivers, but crew chiefs, engineers, tire changers, you name it. They've come through Hendrick Motorsports, and the opportunity that you get to work there, but to be a driver at that organization is just incredible.
Yeah, and I got to say, he came into the sport as a kid, young money. They called him, he came in. Today he stands here a man. And he does. He stands here a grown man. And listen, I will say this, and I may start crying, because I'm going to say this, that when he put Owen on when they got on top of that car, if you've got a kid and you have that, and in that moment, and he's got his arm wrapped around him, and Dale's Zach and Jason, and I had a son that drove a race car. If you've got a kid that's in sports, that's part of it, and that was just a moment. That was just a moment for me, and that spoke volumes to who Kyle Larson is too. This is about more than just Kyle Larson.
Coming up in a moment, we will hear from Cliff Daniels, the man who made the calls today, and they had to work at that race car to get it even in the ball game. Terrific effort by the entire team. NASCAR America is brought to you by Progressive. Stay on track with great rates at progressive.com.